Michael, this is our last episode together.
A single man, dude.
Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals. They're about to make that very clear.
Like the olden days.
Ladies and gentlemen, a moment of silence, please. This is a sad episode. This is episode 121 of the show where we like normalize checking in on the homies. I'm Mike. This is my hetero life partner, Mike. Also, and I feel like it's over.
Dude, I'm like a fucking phoenix, dude. This is the death of my singleness, but I'm gonna like actualize. Whatever.
I don't know, dude. Phoenixes rise from the ashes in a beautiful fiery flame, and I feel like you're gonna be like, I can't make it this week. I live in LA now.
No, it's not.
Welcome to the Walking Blind podcast, episode 121. And it's a sad, sad day because this is our last chance to hang out as bros.
It's not true.
It is true.
No, so many more hangs. It's
no,
like
no, there's not.
It's gonna be the same thing.
It's gonna be hangs with you and your wife.
Yeah, it's sick.
You're already just like a star husband, dude. It's so rad.
I'm gonna be good at it, dude. I already know it. You know why I know? Because I'm not a good boyfriend. Like, I'm okay.
Yeah. I bring the best I can to the table.
Yeah.
It's not much, but it's a living.
It's not much. I shouldn't say that. I'm a good boyfriend. I think I'm not a good single person.
I can see that. That's fair.
Like, this is for anybody who's single. You could take advantage of being single and go and be wild.
Mm-hmm.
I never did that.
No, you never did. Not a wild person.
Not a wild person. It doesn't suit me. It's too uncomfortable.
I've seen you wild.
I'm like wild in like moments.
Yeah.
But like to be wild.
I remember a New Year's where you were dancing around at the back of a pool hall with champagne in your hand.
That was recent, dude. I was like thinking about like it's like an old like New Year's party.
Yeah.
Like maybe before touring or while we were touring. That was like what, like 2 years
like
ago.
2 years ago.
That was a fateful night, man.
I've seen Casual Mike casually drop a half a handle of Captain Morgan.
Was that on roller skates? Or was that no. That was not roller skates.
Not roller skates, that was just at my house. You made somebody cry that night. We don't tell the story, but you made somebody cry.
Yeah.
When you were on roller skates, I don't think you were holding any bottles. I think you were just wearing short shorts and skates. And you felt a lot.
I felt a lot. I was in pain the next day.
Do you have pictures of you in that outfit? Can we put it here?
Oh, man. I have to I'm sure I can find it.
If we find it, it'll be here.
I don't know.
If not, I'm gonna look for it and put it here.
That's like one of those things where, like, it's like when you win, but you actually lose.
Yeah.
Like I won the contest.
Oh, dude, when you showed up, it was like, yeah dude. But then the rest of the night, you had to commit.
Yeah, and I had to compete against a couple people in blackface.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a different time.
It was a different time.
It was a different time.
I think that was when Rick came in a full-on hot rod.
Yeah.
Like I think he like made it and like he went real hard. Like he tried.
He, to be fair, looked like Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the same stupid hair. But yeah, I won, but I didn't. At a price.
Yeah, you won, but did you?
I went. My knees were all. Dude, it was bad.
I would just remember that we'd be standing around, like having a conversation. I'd be talking to somebody right here, and then you'd come in and be like, just fall like right in front of. We'd be like, "You okay?" "I'm fine."
See, I remember. I feel like it wasn't somebody that I was even that close with, but I remember I just kicked someone in the shin because I just did the whole like the whole thing, and I like kicked someone up. Oh, I was like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's that spot, it's that spot. I was like, I know. I'm so sorry,
Dude, that's the worst. You get smoked in the shin by someone else's roller skate.
Yeah, and it was roller skate.
Mm-hmm.
Good time.
Just no, he had 2 on.
I had to,
but
it wasn't roller blades.
But you also don't hit somebody with 2 roller skates. It's not like he's drop kicking the fucking thing.
That was safe for when I fell, like on my ass, legs kicking. Anyway, yeah, I did a lot of cool shit. So
so much cool shit. Oh man, well, episode 121.
121.
We were supposed to have a guest this week, and then life happens, and so we decided we weren't going to fill the guest spot because this was kind of like our last hurrah before you go off and get married and you go off and find newer and greener pastures. Yeah.
L.A. I don't know.
Heading to good old Los Angeles,
Kind of. Santa Monica.
Gonna be a Dodger fan within the year.
Dude. No.
If
I give everyone permission to jump me.
If you start going to Dodger games, can I smoke you just one time?
Wait. I'm gonna go to Dodger games, but believe I'm gonna be there as I am now.
A Dodger fan?
Fucking hater. I would. I can probably repeat what I was saying on Saturday, but
yeah, Saturday was a wild time.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday was a wild time, and then
was it? I felt so tired, dude. I was
so tired, dude. Okay, let's put this into perspective. I wake up Saturday morning. First off, I played a show Friday night, and we played in Marietta. Thank you to Ceasefire. Thank you to all the bands that played. It was fun.
Fun show.
Had to bounce right after. Couldn't even stay to watch like Sunnyside and Doulos.
Mm-hmm.
I had to take Steve to the airport, right? But we bounced, get Steve to the airport on time. Dude, and not only was I like stressing about getting Steve on time, I was like low on gas. But I had to get him there first before I gassed up, right? So I pulled into the gas station after I dropped him off with like 3 miles left on my tank.
Like fumes, basically.
Yeah. So gets to the airport. It's like the weekend was so crazy. Got to the airport. Woke up at 8 a.m. the next morning, or woke up earlier than that the next morning. Actually, got ready, went to go pick up Martin to go get his Tahoe. Drove out to Nuevo, basically right back to where we were.
Yeah.
Picked him up, got his Tahoe, and then I came and met you at the brew. And then, as most men in their mid 30s and 40s do, we shot TikTok videos all day, which was interesting.
It felt like we were shooting TikTok videos.
There's a moment when, like, the Orange Girls were fine. The Orange Girls were fine. Like, we went to the Orange Girls. We paid $3 for an hour there.
Nobody could really see us.
And then we gradually upgraded to TikToks in public, which is
like a type of people I don't.
Not to mention that Rick did join us and was wearing the outfit. You guys will see it.
Yeah.
And that just, like, the secondhand embarrassment that I had for both of you guys. And all I was doing was filming.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, well, this is happening right now.
I like that Rick failed trying to bum a cigarette.
I know. It's like we just thought that this would be really funny to have a cigarette in one of the videos. Mm-hmm. So Rick goes to the ice cream man and asks him if he sold candy cigarettes, which they no longer sell candy cigarettes to children. And then Rick looks at the guy and goes, well, do you have a real cigarette? The guy's like, what? No. And then so Rick sees another guy in the park and is like, oh, I guess that guy smokes. And he walks up to the guy and the guy's like, I don't smoke. Rick's like, oh, okay, my bad.
Was this all while he was in the outfit?
No. But he was holding it.
It was like, I guess there's no real because when we're getting coffee, like, what are you guys gonna go do? I was like, we're gonna go just like shoot content.
Yeah.
Which sounds just as lame.
Yeah. We're content creators, dude. There's this video that says, like, when you're just trying to promote your band in 2024, there's these two kids and they have their phone on a tripod and they're like doing whatever, then they hit the stop button on the recording and he turns to his friend, he's like, dude, we're fucking losers, man. And that's all I was thinking about all day when I was filming these videos. So but yeah, so filmed some TikTok videos and then came home. No time to rest. Had to get everything together for barbecue. Went to the grocery store, got a bunch of food, all that stuff, and then got back home. And then people started showing up, and then we partied until. What time did you leave?
2.
Yeah.
Was it 2?
Yeah.
Dang, I left at like 11:30.
Yeah, because you had to work. Mm-hmm. I fell asleep in the recliner. I was so tired, I just passed out.
You
And
were
I woke
technically asleep hours before that.
up. Yeah. Yeah.
You were, I don't know. You're walking around with your eyes closed, basically.
Dude, I was so gone. I was so gone. Even that picture that Martin posted, like, Mike's getting hitched. My eyes aren't even open in that
Dude,
picture.
and that was like early. That was like 9:30.
Yeah. I don't even remember taking that picture. Just know I'm in it. It's because I was tired. I was home. I started drinking early. You know.
Yeah, I was just tired. I was so tired.
Yeah. So, and then everybody leaves at 2. Ryan and Sylvia came back here and crashed. And then I woke up the next morning when they were leaving, which was like 7-ish. So, hung out with them for a little bit, say goodbye.
Is this a couch that folds onto a bed?
No. They have an air mattress. It fits like perfectly right there.
I thought they both stayed at the couch.
Oh, I was like, this is turned into a bed, or is it like a futon that doesn't feel like a futon?
No, we have an air mattress that inflates and just takes up the perfect amount of space right there.
Sick.
So got up, went and picked up Steve and Ephraim from the airport, brought them back, gave them a tour or whatever, because both of them hadn't been here. So they're like, oh, fuck, that's sick. Cool. I was like, yeah. It's a cool spot. I just want to do a podcast right now.
To our few listeners, go out and pressure it. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, and then so it was like nonstop this weekend, like just fucking go.
Yeah.
And then yeah, then this morning I got to work from home today, so I got to kind of reset and chill a little bit from here, so it was nice.
My weekend was basically what yours was.
Yeah,
Except I got to stay at the show.
yeah, you did.
Which is fun.
You took a picture for me.
A picture for you.
Yeah.
We're interchangeable at this point.
Yeah. Well, we were. Now you're
We
moving
were,
on.
and then Martin moved back. No. Yeah. Sunday, what do I do Sunday? Sunday just works. Oh, dude, I got to finally go to my niece. Actually, both of them play on the same team now. My nieces play basketball.
Yeah.
It's the cutest thing. Because they're like little kids. Like, I think it's like 6 to 8 years old or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, like,
Is it at the academy?
it's at the university.
Okay.
And so it's just like mayhem, dude. It's cool. They have like little like lower rims on the real rims,
Mm-hmm.
so they're a lot lower. And then basically, from what I can understand, is like as long as you like make an attempt to put the ball on the ground at some point, like
That
little
counts
kids
as
are just
everyone.
running, because they're just like running everywhere. Dude, my niece Maddie, she made 2 baskets.
Dang.
Yeah, 2 little jumpers, dude. I was
Yeah.
like, oh. And they're playing our buddy Todd Field. They're playing his son's team. And his son's a little baller. Smallest kid on the court, but he made like 4 shots or something while we were there.
Dude, I'm telling you, my memories of Todd will always be baseball.
Dude, that's funny.
It'll always be baseball.
Because in my mind, I thought he helped me more years, but he only helped me by 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the 1 year that your
It
team.
was 1 year I was there.
Dang,
Yep.
that's cool, man. I miss that guy.
He's a good dude.
He was rad. He was like, he's just like helpful and like you could trust him. And like Chris knows this. Chris is a wealth of knowledge for baseball.
Chris Williams.
Chris Williams.
Yeah.
Chris Williams is a wealth of knowledge for baseball. He's not the best with kids.
Not the greatest with kids. Not the greatest.
Not the greatest with kids. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of my Sunday. What did I do? Oh, I met up with Jordan and her sister and her niece, and then her 2 friends. We met up at Daily Brew. Then we went to downtown Riverside, and it was just funny going back. Yeah, I was like,
I shot a TikTok video here.
yeah, I was like, imagine filming yourself in front of all these people. But
Dude, the best part about it, especially when we were at the Mission Inn, was apparently it was a tourist day, right? And there's like this little old Asian family who see us filming, and when we go to do another take, they stopped right in the middle of where we're shooting.
so we're
And
waiting.
this is a public place, right? I have no right to tell them to move.
Yeah.
But they start filming us, waiting for us to start filming each other. And it was just this real awkward waiting period where they didn't want to move because they wanted to wait for us to film, and we didn't want to start filming until they moved because they were in our way. So we just...
Rick's like, what were they filming? You're like, us. They're filming us.
And then when Rick put the outfit on, as soon as he put it on...
No, I think it's just, never mind. I think it's just boogers.
Oh.
I was like, am I bleeding? No. It's just
Nosebleed? As soon as Rick put the outfit on, there were like girls on the crosswalk who were like legit stopping and pulling their phones out to film Rick. So yeah, it was great.
I love it. It's
You guys
great.
are already trending before you post it.
Yeah, no context.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys will see soon enough. But yeah. Oh, and then I found out that freaking Dragon Force was in town,
Yeah.
and Deathlock, and what is it? What called Narco Goblin or
Yeah, something like that.
Necro Goblin? Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. What a show.
What a show!
What a show.
I would have gone for free.
At the
For free.
municipal?
Yeah, if it's free. Dude, I like Dragon Force. I don't care. I saw them. We got to see them. Didn't got to play with them at the New England Metal Hardcore Fest, and I think it was their first time with the new singer, the blonde straight hair guy. I think it was like his first like U.S. appearance,
Yeah.
and it was okay. It was okay. It was alright.
That's all right.
Hey, but yeah, that's what a jam-packed weekend.
Yeah. But, you know, kind of, yeah, weekend was cool, all that. I want to talk to you about something. It's very serious to me.
Mhm.
I'm just kidding. How'd you feel about this Deadpool trailer?
Ooh, dude.
I sent it to you at like 8 this morning, and you waited like 17 hours to watch it.
No, I saw it before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw it when it came out. How do I word this? I mean, so anyone who doesn't know, Wolverine's like my favorite comic book character.
Mhm.
The Deadpool movies are like my favorite movies just because Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
Mhm.
And, like, I just kind of knew, or I was like, Hugh Jackman, like, ended Logan so well, and they said they wouldn't come back. But then it's just like, well, they're like good friends. Maybe that door will open. Dude, I can't believe we're gonna get like that movie with like them together.
I like how they're doing it, because, you know, Deadpool 2 brought in like time travel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then now that it's tying in with the rest of the Marvel universe, now we have the TVA.
Mhm.
We have
A different Logan.
timelines,
Yeah.
a different Logan. I'm curious to see how they play it all out, because like they said that this Logan let down his whole timeline, right? So I'm curious to see how that all plays out, and the Easter eggs and references, like the giant Ant-Man
skull,
dead Ant-Man, basically. All that shit looks rad.
And there's they showed because I thought it was gonna be just old school X-Men, but they have an X-Men character from the he's from, is it Days of Future Past? No, X-Men First Class. Azeel, or the red.
Yeah. There's also did you see there were other ones in there too?
Lady Deathstrike.
Yeah.
Or look like Lady Deathstrike.
Lady Deathstrike. There was also
Pyro.
Was it Toad?
Oh, Toad. I don't know if I saw Toad. I saw Pyro. Dude, I can't.
It's exciting just because one, we finally after all these years get to see Wolverine in the
MCU.
in the costume and in the MCU.
Oh yeah, in the that's
And then I love how they showed that, like, you know, in the end the sleeves are ripped off.
Yeah.
You know. So it looks rad. And actually I knew I was gonna ask you about this, so I rocked the metal cornered shirt for today because this feels like a conversation for that show. Shout out Sean.
Shout out Sean. If you want to hear real comic book takes.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're gonna do a whole episode that's gonna be way better than ours about this.
But dude, I loved it. And obviously they can't give away too much, but I feel like it's cool enough for what they did give us, you know. And they did. He said, I think he says, "You brought me the Wolverine that failed." And so, I think we're gonna get to see different types of Wolverines, which is cool.
That'd be cool.
I imagine we'll probably see different types of Deadpool.
Hopefully, this is the Wolverine from X-Men Origins.
Redemption.
Yeah, because that movie sucked.
Yeah. I've heard like really crazy rumors. I heard that there's gonna be, I think they call him Headpool or something like that, where it's like the head that got cut off from Origins. That is gonna be in the movie.
Would you see the Deadpool dog?
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah. Dogpool.
Dogpool. Dude.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm stoked that it's happening. Especially, like, I'll admit, like, even though I'm a huge fan of comic books and superhero movies, I've been a little burnt out on superhero movies. Maybe
Are you burnt out, or are you burnt out because they're not good?
it's probably because they're not good.
Yeah.
Like, lately they haven't felt like they were good. But you know what is fucking good? I'm gonna pivot right here. Fallout.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Dang,
It's so true to, like, the game, even down to, like, set design. Everything just looks gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, I've never played it, so.
Even if you haven't played it, it'll tell the story for you. But what I like what they did is they go, okay, cool. Like, the games, this is what's happening in the games. Here's what's happening in the same universe, but it's not the storyline from the games. So it's like a very accurate, like, depiction of what the world is,
But a different story.
That's
cooler.
Yeah.
That's way cooler.
Yeah. So it's like you're not following these storylines that you've played in the game. It's here's something else that's happening while, like, you're over here with the Brotherhood of Steel fighting or whatever, right? Like, this is happening on this side. And it's all like LA, California type shit.
Do they attach you to a child and then kill them right away?
No.
Okay.
No. You won't cry right away.
I was like, the Last of Us. I was like, what is
Yeah.
this?
Dude, The Last of Us was rad.
It was
You gotta
good.
admit,
It was good.
Yeah.
I'm sure we talked about this, but the way I watch The Last of Us is I don't enjoy it. The first time I watch it, I don't enjoy it at all because I'm just, like, constantly waiting for, like, something to jump out or to see something really messed up, which I don't want to see.
Because you don't like scary stuff.
I don't like scary stuff. And so I watch it, and I'm not having a good time when I'm watching it. I'm just on edge. I'm just waiting for something to happen. But then when the episode ends, then I go back and I watch it again, and I love it, and I catch all the good that's the dialogue, story, little hints here and there about, like, I don't know. The detail in that show is crazy.
Dude, when I played the game, my homie Larry had let me borrow it. and he was like, dude, play this game and let me know how you feel like when you first start the game, right? And I was like, what does that mean? He's like, just play it. And the way it played out in the series is the way it plays out in the game, right? Like it's so accurate, even down to like the shots of them driving in the truck through the city where it's all fucked up. It's like shot for shot from the game.
Dang.
So you see all that happen and you're like, what? Because like in the beginning you're thinking like, oh, this is about a girl and her dad. And I mean, I guess in the end technically it is, but you're like, oh, that's not the girl that you're playing as, right? It's not the same person. And I legit was like, thug tears. I was thugging it out, trying not to fucking cry when I saw it.
Did you at any moment think maybe they change it for the show?
I didn't think they could. I thought it was too important. I just didn't know how they were going to do it or if they were going to have it play out exactly. But when I saw it, I was like, fuck. And so like,
and then the little deaf kid.
Oh, dude, Sam.
Yeah, that where I was like, dude, oh, fuck the show.
Yeah, it like that. I don't even want to go back and watch it again. But yeah, so like what's cool is like we're seeing these like studios or like whatever are finally starting to realize like, oh, people want to see what they've played.
Yeah,
People if people love the games, we can't just change it for whatever the fuck.
yeah. So
Like remember we had that era of like, we're talking about X-Men, right? Like we fucking love the X-Men comic books, but the movie came out as much as cool as it was. It came out in the era of the Matrix, so now all the X-Men are wearing fucking skins like black leather.
So stupid.
So it's like there's little nods to the characters, but they don't look the way that we know them.
Yeah,
And
or the Fantastic Four. It's like, do you guys even know what this is? Do you guys even know what these characters are? Do you guys know what Doctor Doom is? Like, nothing with magic, nothing with technology. Okay,
it's cool. It's fine. It's all good. So I don't know. Like, and Fantastic Four is going to be coming out, so I'm curious. Like, they've got such a cool cast for that.
Yeah.
That I'm curious if I'm still going to feel burnt out with these superhero movies when that comes out, or if I'm going to be like, oh fuck yeah, they did this right.
I think I feel like they have enough. They've done enough of like good for me to be like, you can get back to this in some way.
Yeah.
You can get back to that. And I feel like what's nice is like for a company like them, like Disney and Marvel, and like they, obviously it's all about money for them. It's a business. I get it. But they saw that like, oh, like our money, like it's getting hit now.
Yeah.
People aren't showing up. Like we thought they would. So it's like, yeah, go back to doing like what you thought, like, or what was working, like characters, like stories.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's nothing to grab onto, like all these new characters. The only cool character, like since in this newer, like the newer videos, was like Shang-Chi.
I'm sorry, what?
Is that his name? Shang-Chi?
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 Same shit.
Tomato potato, dude.
I was more focused on the knee that you just cracked.
Oh.
I was like, what was that? So
Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited. That's like now my new. That's my new movie. I have to see that movie.
yeah, I think that's probably the movie that I'm most excited for. That's gonna be coming out.
Oh. And then when I see that movie, then it'll be for the X-Men.
Yeah.
Actually, Fantastic Four, but I kind of just want to see, because I don't know that I'm sure they'll do like some kind of like tie-in, like they'll probably introduce Doctor Doom in some way, but it sounds like he's like not going to be, yeah, but it sounds like he's not going to be like the main villain for that. He'll be like almost like a Thanos character from what I've heard, because it's going to be like, I think Galactus and like other things like Silver Surfer, which I'm sure will, but I don't know.
Kenny Murphy's the one playing Dr. Doom, right?
Is he?
I think so.
Dude.
Don't say that without having facts, dude.
Yeah. I think that's rumor. That's awesome rumor, but I feel like that's rumor. That hasn't been confirmed. There's no way I would have heard that.
Fucking Peaky fucking Blinders.
He'd be fucking sick, Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming to our nerd talk.
Yeah.
You want to jump into some questions?
Oh yeah.
I had some sent to me on my reposting too. So.
Oh, is that the thing? I didn't know that was. I didn't know that was the thing. Hold on, I'm gonna check and see if I have some on mine then.
They responded to my reposting of the. My reposted.
Where would that show up?
It'll just be your messages.
Oh. Ow.
Oh.
I don't think so. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Here. You want to start?
Sure. Okay. We have. It's funny. I was like, oh, dang. But it's like basically just 3 people asking multiple questions. So these first couple ones are going to be from our boy Chris, Slab of the Bass, 83. He says, I want to see Jesse's beautiful face on camera.
Well,
I want a golden plated toilet.
can't all have what we want, right?
Mm-hmm. Someday. He's working, though. He's got his microphone. Do you have your microphone, Jesse?
Why?
Get connected.
Why do I have to connect it? You're the audio guy.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to give you more responsibility here, and you just
Don't want it. He just
you
refuses.
don't want it, dude. That's fine. It's fine if you don't want it.
Check.
Also, wrong volume control.
Oh.
All right, there you go.
There he is. You can't.
Oh, found it.
You can't.
Say hi to the
You
people.
can't see him, but you can hear him.
What's up, everybody? Hey, I'm
There he is.
gonna turn this off because of my heavy breathing.
All right. Yeah. He says, "Would you go? Okay. Would you go shopping with your wife, girlfriend, and sit there while she tries on dresses? This is my Monday.
I have done it. Sometimes you got to do it, man. Kind of comes with the territory. Not all of us would like to do it,
Yeah.
especially if you're the one paying for it once they find the dress. But you know,
I love it. Just kidding. We did do it. I've done it. Just so. He also says, miss you guys. Can't wait to see you all boys and help celebrate Mikey's big day. He said say, but it's big day. So that's gonna be
dude,
Friday.
Dude, when this episode drops, Mike will be getting married.
Yeah.
That is the day that you're going to be getting married.
Crazy. And then he just said, easy out plans. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, many.
Yes. So if you guys haven't yet, Easy Out has been announced.
We're out of the closet.
So Walking Blind is pretty much the main place that we've talked about this
Yeah.
band. The skate punk project, the side project, whatever.
Fever dream.
So if you haven't yet, follow us at Easy Out Punks. But yeah, so May 7th of 2024, we're going to be dropping the first single and music video for the title track of the record called Somewhere in Between.
Yep.
And then we're going to be doing some more stuff after that. So as of right now, that's the main thing that we're focusing on and the main thing that's like kind of on the cards. And from here, we're just finishing up this record and jamming.
Jamming.
It's cool. It's cool that after all this time, like it's finally starting to like really come together. Something that is exciting because I feel like all of us are all really excited about this band because it's something different than what we've been doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fun stuff coming, guys. He said, thoughts on the new $20 minimum wage for fast food?
Oh, man. On one hand, I feel like it's great that people are getting paid because everything's expensive as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But also because of that, fast food just really isn't convenient anymore like it was. Like you're spending the same amount of money. Like, Monday nights we hit BJ's after we do the podcast. Lately we haven't because our episodes have been going way later.
Yeah.
But tonight we're going to change that.
Yeah.
One last hurrah. But
Right, Jesse?
Right, Jesse?
No, don't leave your mom.
Yeah, don't leave your mom. It's fine. Me and Michael go together.
He's like, she can figure out a way to get back. We're like, no, Jesse, don't do that.
Yeah, Jesse.
That's your mom.
Yeah, don't leave your mom hanging.
Don't leave her there.
For those of you who have actually seen this podcast, you guys know that that's not true.
Oh, man. Yeah, so, but it's just, like you go to Taco Bell and your Taco Bell order is now in the $20 plus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's insane. And then not to mention, if you DoorDash it, you're spending $30, dude. So...
On premium Taco Bell, though, I mean...
Like, I'm telling you, it's just, it's gotten to a point where, like, what used to be the, like, you could justify, like, oh, I'm eating this shitty-ass meal because it's so cheap and it's so fast. And then now you're like, I'm eating this shitty-ass meal.
But is it a shitty meal, though,
I mean, it's not great for your body.
Actually, you know what's kind of awesome? I don't know if this has been said on the show, but where I'm moving to, across the street, is Taco Bell.
Oh, you're gonna be so fat.
I know. It's bad. It's bad though because I've gotten her on Taco Bell because she was like not like she would eat it, but not like. Mm-hmm. But then now she'll text me. She's like, "Hey, I'm getting Taco Bell right now." I'm like, "I'm proud of you." You go, girl.
It's funny because like I love Taco Bell, but I would go very little because I was like not eating a ton of fast food and all this stuff like that. And then when Karima and I started dating, she's vegetarian. Taco Bell has the biggest vegetarian options. Like Taco Bell and Baker's are the two.
Not Del Taco?
No, not.
Oh, weird. So they hate. I guess it's safe to say they hate vegetarians.
I think it's safe to say they hate vegetarians.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay.
And then so we would regularly hit Taco Bell, and then it became a joke because when we were at my cousin's wedding, like the hotel food like really didn't have options for us, so we were there for a couple nights, and every night we would drive into town to the Taco Bell, and then my car and my phone just figured they love this Taco Bell, and for like a year. It would when I would get in the car and I would start it, it would ask me if I wanted to go to Taco Bell in San Diego. And I was like, why am I going to drive an hour to this Taco Bell? No.
They're like, no. Well,
no, but kind of.
Go to Taco Bell.
How do you feel about the $20 minimum wage increase?
I mean, cool, but also it means everything else is going to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. I didn't see any of my social jobs going up.
It's insane. I know they're doing an adjustment for like healthcare workers and stuff like that too, to where there's a minimum wage that healthcare workers have to make, and then so now you're in that place where you're like, okay, well, and this is like they basically said anybody across the board that works in healthcare. So even if you're like a part of the custodial crew or things like that, you're going to be making, I think it's $23 an hour.
Nice.
Period. But that also means that they have to adjust everybody else's salaries to match what they just raised, like the minimum to.
I don't care what. I don't care. I could be making $8 an hour, but if it meant that like I can make a living off that, if I was working enough hours to do that and to be able to like provide, awesome. Yeah. But it's like that's just not what our economy is.
Yeah, and I think like I said earlier, I'm stoked that people are going to make more money.
Yeah.
but with the way that the United States is set up, which is fucking janky, that you guys are gonna make more money, everything else is gonna cost way more.
Do you think? Sorry, this is. Do you think with the price going up and then people getting paid better, or at least on the surface looks like it's better? Do you think this will mean that people are going to take more pride in like the food they make? Do you think quality will go up, or do you think it'll go down?
You mean like at the fast food places?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. You're still gonna get like your burger with the cheese like here. You know, like when you get that burger and the cheese isn't centered, and then you go to like move the cheese so that you can have even bites, and the cheese is like moist.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm still gonna eat this, but what the fuck is this? Yeah.
Dude, so for me, and sorry, I have to speak illy of Taco Bell for a second, but the reason I get
Mute him.
for my order.
Mute him. Go ahead.
For my order. The reason I get extra sides of the spicy ranch sauce is because like the anger I'd experience when like I get my cheesy gordita crunch and there was no sauce in it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so I'd rather have more than I need than none at all.
That's fair.
That's why I always get 2 extra sides.
You're also a sauce guy though.
I'm very saucy.
Yeah.
And I love if you haven't yet, Mexican pizza and you dip your spicy ranch sauce in it.
I'm fucking hungry.
There's no going back. There's no going back. All right, next one. This is from our boy intern Harry. He said walking blind stuffed animal keychains. When?
Well,
Walking blind stuffed animal keychains. I mean, you know.
I mean, it'd be cute to have a little raccoon in sunglasses.
Yeah, if we had access to it.
Yeah. Which I'm sure we could do, but listen, we're broke.
Yeah.
Minimum wage went up for fast food workers. It did not go up for podcasters.
Nope. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you guys have been following the podcast for the last couple of months. We have a van, and it's good now.
Yeah,
it's good now.
It's good now.
Yeah,
it's good now. I'm taking the W on that. It's good.
Get ready. We're gonna roll up, and you'll know.
You'll
know it's us.
You'll fucking see.
You'll
that
know.
thing.
You'll be like, who in the world? Hide your kids. Intern Harry also says, what is something that grounds you when you feel like when you feel yourself getting overwhelmed?
I mean, I feel like the basic answer is music, right? Like, I feel myself getting overwhelmed, I'll come back here and just play guitar or, kind of riff around and write some stuff and write a lot of like early 2000s Atreyu riffs. And then other than that, like for me at least, like just spending time with friends, family, being able to just kind of kick it and not worry about everything else. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like also for me, like I'll really dive into like for me, just to get my brain off a track. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's when I'll really get it back into like a conspiracy of something, or I'll seek something out, or I'll get, actually the other night I like went on like a big like baseball, just kind of reacclimating to like the league basically, and all, because like I do fantasy baseball, so I know like players, but like I don't.
What's fancy baseball?
Fantasy baseball?
Yeah, what's fancy baseball?
Fancy baseball?
Yeah, what's that?
I don't know. When you wear all the good gear, but your game is shit.
You're starting to get your fiance's accent over there. I play fancy baseball.
Fantasy baseball.
No. Fantasy.
Dude, I'd love to have her accent. Actually, when she's like tired, or if she's had a margarita, it starts to come out.
Yeah.
But
probably come out when she's mad at you too.
We'll see.
Michael Perez.
I haven't. She hasn't been mad at me.
Yeah.
At least not like that.
Michael fucking Perez.
I don't know if that would be like a turn on or if it would actually scare me.
I told you to take out the trash. Now get.
Go. That's so, you know, like,
How many times have I got to tell you to put your Taco Bell wrappers in the fucking trash can?
so do you have something that you do that, like, okay, let me take this back. So we're pretty funny.
Yeah, we make people laugh.
We make people laugh.
Yeah.
Do you have those moments when, like, you do something and, like, your significant other, like, really reacts to it and you're like,
I'm not that funny.
that's what you laugh at?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
there's
And sometimes I do really, really funny shit. And then I get looked at like I'm stupid.
yeah.
And I just text you. Guess what I just did?
Like, for me, like, it's funny that you said, I think Jesse said, like, go and get. I'll do that, and she, like, thinks it's the funniest thing ever. I'm like, go on, get. I think it's because I, like, kick and stuff when I do it. But, and the other thing, too, is, like, I sing things, like, for,
Sing what you're doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, one of them was, her, I guess, soon our dog. Little Pomeranian, little, for almost 15-year-old Pomeranian.
Is Coda going with you?
Welcome. No, he can't. Why? Oh, because we're not supposed to have any pets. And so.
Damn, dude, you're abandoning me and Coda?
No, Coda abandoned me years ago when we became my mom's dog.
Just wait until you're taking your stuff out the front door and he's just sitting there looking at you.
He probably won't. He probably won't. He'll probably be like, where's Jordan? He'll be sad for her when she sees her leave. But, where was I going with this? Oh, but anyway, so, like, he got, he's a Pomeranian, so he got a haircut, and it was, like, round.
Oh, no.
Dude, I thought it was the cutest thing ever. He looked like a little bear.
Yeah.
So, like, I'd sing, Little Bear. So, but, like, I would just sing those songs. And so, she doesn't like the round look. Mm-hmm. And so, but that, like, made her laugh because I was, like, still singing. I was, like, singing them because like a little bear. Anyway.
You see him holding up Coda, spinning.
Yeah. I love on him extra hard to get Coda jealous. It works sometimes.
That's fair.
I'm like, oh, Vulcan. Carrie.
Oh, the whole time you're just looking at
Yeah. Coda does that shit to me. He'll, like, go, like, land on someone's lap and he's just staring at me. Yeah. There's, like, other people around, but he's just staring at me. And
he's trying to prove a point.
Yeah, and I'm not even in his line of sight sometimes. He'll be like,
it's because you abandoned him.
I didn't abandon him.
He knew you were going to, and he had to find somewhere else.
No, it's just that my mom retired, so she's around more.
You can make any excuse you want. Excuses are like assholes. We all have them.
He probably didn't appreciate me getting up early, too.
Yeah, probably not. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
4 a.m.
So, yeah. So, grounding. I also, too, like, I have, like, actual, like, there's, like, actual grounding techniques, which is, like, literally put both feet on the ground, and then, like, it basically, like, describe what you're sensing, what you're feeling.
That was me.
Yeah.
My stomach was
There's some, dude, I've been, like, my stomach and burping.
Yeah.
This would be great audio.
Yeah. Great episode.
Dude, my freaking knee. You hear that again?
Yeah.
I only have only so many more hunts left in me.
Man, you need to have that checked out.
What is it with you today and the old jokes?
I know. I'm the one getting married. Oh, but I guess you're technically more of a dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're dad mode, dude.
Dude. Dad mode 5000.
That makes sense. Okay, all's forgiven. He says, oh yeah, but yeah. So sensory, like describe what you're feeling. Like it's just because the whole thing when anxiety or anxiety attacks or it's basically because you're stuck on one kind of like pattern or thought, and so if you can like get out of that for a minute, usually you can find relief, and that's like a good way to get rid of like a panic attack, you know. And if you're overwhelmed, I mean, I feel like the gym for me has been really helpful. Gym, singing for me is really helpful. Yeah, just do things that bring you, any kind of happiness or joy. For me, gratitude is big. Gratitude will like bring me back, especially if I'm feeling like sorry for myself for something, or if I'm like, or I feel like I messed up in something, like I just kind of remind myself of like the focusing on things that I do have, and the things that I am able to do, and like that usually gets me like back in a better place.
Do you subscribe to the idea of like actually physically grounding yourself to the earth, like going out barefoot and sitting in grass? And
Kind of. That's what I mean. No, I mean, so yes and no. So my laps around my my island, my kitchen, I usually try to do that without shoes on. I don't know what that like. I don't think that is like, oh, I'm getting back in touch with the earth.
mm-hmm.
I just think of it as like this is like a big sensory thing for me right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And last one, he said, "What's the dream concert roster for each of your bands?"
For each of our bands?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I don't think I ever really thought of that. Let's see.
What are the parameters? Is this like crazy, like Dead or Alive, or is this just like current ones, or?
Well, I guess we should, like, if okay, so I guess we could put it into perspective, like, if No Bragging Rights were to play a show today, and you could have any other 4 bands on the bill, who would it be? Right? Like, let's keep it simple. Five band show, like a rowdy 5-band show. Who would you select to play with No Bragging Rights? And then I guess we could answer the same for Easy Out together.
Yeah.
Who would we want?
I feel like the bands for Easy Out for me would be the same. We're very similar for Burner State.
Yeah. For me personally, I think for Torture Culture, I would just go with bands that I'm like a big fan of. So I feel like I would have to have Comeback Kid on the bill. I feel like I would have to have, like, it would just have to be like this dynamic of like I feel like it would be sick to have Throne on the bill, because Throne fucking rips. I can't, like, there's like 7 songs out and I replay all of them. So it'd be like Comeback Kid, Throne, Ghost Inside would be sick. No. Maybe like a Terror or a Kubla Khan as like the 4th. That would just be a heavy ass fucking insane roster.
I feel like MBRs would look a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like for MBR, like, it's like, do I go like selfishly? Because like selfishly, it would be like Ignite. Comeback Kid, Stick to Your Guns.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Stick to Your Guns. Sick too. I would choose Stick to Your Guns over Kubla Khan and Terror.
Have Heart, they're back technically. They're playing Sound and Fury, they're back. It counts.
Does it count? It's just a one-off show, one-off festival. How do you not play Sound and Fury?
Yeah. Well, this is my fantasy, okay?
Dude.
Freaking Let Live is coming back.
Yep.
So,
what a cool way to announce that they're coming back too. Like, sorry, we shouldn't have just left like that. Here you go.
Yeah. So sick. Best live band as far as like you've never seen the same Let Live show.
No.
You've never seen it.
Best frontman.
Best frontman. Just
were you there when Let Live and Creative Void played Pipe Dreams?
Yeah, I think we played.
Did you guys play?
Yeah. Because that's where I met. That's where I remember like meeting them. Because we played with them at Chain, I think, too. And we played with them at... I think we played with them somewhere else. But for me, or at least I remember meeting them at Pipe Dreams.
Was that show that stacked? It was the benefit show.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was on that?
Was
That would have been Let Live, No Bragging Rights, Creative Void, and who else?
Was it... what was that band? It's not On Broken Wings. 'Cause it's not them at all. It's
No, it was not them.
I know, but it's like it's a band that I feel like they have wings in their name.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Wings Forever Unfold or something like that, or
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah,
That show was fun. What a time!
What a time! But Let Live coming back, fucking sick.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what's funny about that show too? I think we asked Ghost Inside to play it because this was long before Ghost Inside blew up.
Yeah, and also the drummer from Ghost Inside, the original drummer, is the drummer from Let Live.
Casey?
No. Oh no, he wasn't in Let Live. He played with the band with Vigil. Oh my gosh, I remember the at least the original drummer that I know of for Let Live. This band, dude. Oh my gosh, why am I spacing?
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Anyway, but yeah, he was in a band
With Vigil.
Yeah.
Because when I first saw, the first time I ever saw Ghost Inside was at Chain, and Creative Void was we had just recorded our 3-song demo, and I think I've talked about this. We used to have sessions where me, Williams, Steve, we would just buy 100 CDR stacks, and we'd just sit in the back house where we practiced, and we just burn that demo and sleeve them up, and then we would just pass them out at every hardcore show.
Yeah.
So Ghost Inside and Let Live was one of the ones where Jake was like, yo, that's a show that we need to hit.
Yeah.
And Andy from Chain at the time saw us out there, like, constantly, all the big hardcore shows, we were always out there. And eventually he was like, yo, you guys just come in the show. And that's when we got to see Ghost Inside and Let Live play together at Chain. And it fucking ripped. Dude. And I remember, like, I just remember seeing them play, like, before we ever met them, before anything like that, seeing them play and just being like, I fucking love this band.
Yeah.
Both of them, like, seeing both of them play, I fucking love these bands.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, that's why Ghost Inside was, like, such a huge influence to Creative Void's music too, because that was, like, early on, we fucking saw them come in and just rip it, and we were like, it's this perfect, old Ghost Inside was that perfect blend of, like, metal and hardcore, right? And it was like right in our wheelhouse where we wanted to be. So,
drummer for Let Live was Lionel Robinson.
That was the newest one.
He's the newest one.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a drummer for him.
and he plays in Pierce the Veil
Pierce
now.
the Veil.
Yeah.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, there was a drummer before him.
Oh.
God, what? It's crazy to think that this was like 15 years ago or something like that.
Yeah. Well, dude, think about the tour that MBR did with, it was us, Let Live, 100th, and then Scarlett O'Hara was the headliner.
Yeah. 100th before 100th decided we don't want to play heavy music anymore.
Yeah, we'll just change it up.
I always felt like 100th was kind of like Baby Ghost Inside.
And I feel like maybe they probably thought that too, so that's probably why they were so, yeah.
Yeah.
I always felt like 100th had elements of Shai Hulud.
Yeah. We played when we were on that West Coast run with Give 'Em Hell. I think we had some dates that intersected with the 10 for 10 hardcore tour, and we played, like, because I know we played down here at House of Blues, but we also played, I want to say, like in Portland.
You guys played 10 for 10 in Portland?
I think so.
What the heck?
Or it was either 10 for 10 or it was like they had an off day, but a bunch
All
of
those
the
bands were on it.
were on the one-off show.
Dang, where was it at?
I forget.
The Hawthorne?
I don't remember. But I just remember, because back then I used to play shows in that Warriors windbreaker, with the Warrior windbreaker with the hoodie underneath it. And that sparked conversation with me and Chad at that show. And that's how I got to know him and talked to him about a bunch of shit. Long time ago.
Long ago. We were just boys.
Now we're men.
Now we're men. Men boys.
I was just a boy.
All
Now
right.
I'm a man.
Oh, and really quick for Burner State and and Easy Out. I feel like anywhere, obviously the no effects for me. Strung Out. Let's bring Ignite back because they fit in both. Propaganda. Shit.
Easy Out is one of those bands that we would have to play with other guitar-driven bands, right?
Actually, I feel like Burner State. I feel like Burner State would want to do like Bad Religion.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then Goldfinger, maybe I could see. Or I don't know, or maybe me again, selfishly, selfishly picking.
For Easy Out, it would have to be like.
Strung Out,
Gandhi,
Lagwagon.
Strung Out, Lagwagon, Big Wig.
Yeah.
Not really a current band anymore, but Wilhelm.
I feel like sounds probably more Burner State.
Descendants would be more Burner State. Adolescence probably be like Burner State's alley too. Yeah. It's wild how opposite like the shows for Torture Culture are for like at least in NBR you guys can still play with Ignite and then Easy Out can play with Ignite, the same show. Definitely not fitting in with the Torture Culture side of things. Ignite maybe.
Ignite, yeah, I was gonna say punk. I feel like you guys have a lot more punk than you guys have the fastness. I feel like you guys could do.
Yeah. I feel like I almost feel like Torture Culture would translate better to the punk crowd. At least the last EP would translate better to the punk crowd with bands like Ignite, Death by Stereo, like that heavy side of of punk. But yeah, there's a mosquito in here.
I see it, dude.
Skeeter.
All right. Let's see. All right, so now we have some questions from our boy Ty. He says, "What brings you peace?"
I don't want peace. I want problems.
I choose violence. What brings you peace?
That's a good question. I feel like I don't have very much peace in my life. I think a stable and happy home is the best thing that I can have, right?
Yeah.
Like I think
And you don't have that?
stable. No. Like I do. I just feel like that.
I mean, it's chaos. You have little ones. It's not like bad, but it's just a lot going on.
And it's not just that too. Like I feel like lately, when I say I don't have peace, it's just because we've been so busy. Like and not just not just like with work and stuff like that, but it's like lately. Oh shit! I think the dog was trying to get something on the outside of the shed.
Oh.
But lately it's been like, hey, Jesse, you okay?
What if a horror movie just started?
So like our weeks will be stacked. It'll be like podcast Monday night, Torch Culture practice Tuesday night, tracking with Easy Out Wednesday night,
Yeah.
Thursday night,
Yeah.
like edit the podcast, make sure everything's done, make sure everything's ready. Friday, if we're not playing shows, it might be a chill night.
Right.
Saturdays usually there's something going on. Sunday like is the reset day. So it's like it's been like that lately.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't feel like I could just like I can't remember a day. And I know part of it is I put it on myself because I can't sit still.
Mm-hmm.
But like I can't really think of a day where I've just come home and like walked in the door, like kicked my shoes off and then just like chilled. Yeah. Because I think I suffer from that like part of anxiety that's like
You gotta be doing something.
yeah, I feel guilty if I'm not doing anything because I'm thinking like, oh, there's other things that need to be done or that can be done. And then like if I'm taking time to myself, what am I not doing in order to take this time for myself? So, I think having the house like in a sense where like come home and everything is like smooth and everything's cool, even chaos of kids and stuff like that, like it just kind of comes with the territory. And that's what like just knowing that I can do everything I need to here is helpful to me. So, but yeah, I need to be better at doing stuff for me. Like I even like lately just forcing myself and making the time to work out consistently and things like that, which I've been back on. That's like been so helpful to just to have that like peace of mind.
Yeah.
What about you, Michael?
Peace.
What brings you peace?
What brings me peace? Same thing, like having like family and stuff, supportive family. When we're able to just chill as friends, that's always nice. This podcast is a nice little break.
Yeah.
It's been a nice break for us. My fiance, she's provided some nice I don't know what to call it, like I don't know, takes my mind away from like things, and like she's pretty good about being like, hey, let's just not go out, let's just chill. So yeah, it's like, okay, which I'm always happy to do.
I feel like that probably gives you, some different opportunities with things too, because Jordan's into a ton of things that like normally we and our circle of friends wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and also too, I think it's different when somebody else is like, it's their idea to be like, let's not do something.
Yeah.
Then it feels less. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't feel guilty. I'm like, oh yeah, if that's what you want. You want? Are you sure you want?
If that's what you want.
We don't have to watch another X-Men movie. But if you want that, I'm down.
Yeah.
Prayer for me brings me a lot of peace. Prayer. Getting into the Word. I don't know if people realize that about me, but that's been a big thing for me every morning. I don't know. Yeah. A lot of things bring me, or I don't know. I shouldn't say a lot of things bring me peace because a lot of them don't. Yeah, I think just like being able to spend time with family is nice. Can be a nice calming thing. It could also be a really chaotic thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Lady, prayer for me. Movies. Another one. I don't know. Movies are like. Yeah. I feel like movies are like nice for me too, because it's like
That's
you're
your
forced.
escape.
Yeah, it's an escape, and I don't have to. Hopefully, not have to be anywhere, but like in that moment, I get to just like turn my brain off, which is nice. So, yeah. Ty, heavy questions. This one, okay, we each got one. So this one's for me. It says, can you talk about your most mentally draining situation in the past 6 months and how you dealt?
Ooh.
Mentally draining for me in the last 6 months.
Wedding planning.
Wedding planning. Also, like, engagement planning / all figuring out things that go with that, like the ring. And then also, like we talked about with, like, I feel like the bands are all doing something right now. I'm thankful that, like, I'm thankful that the 3 bands I'm in, they're, like, staggered.
Yeah.
MBR is writing.
Yeah.
Easy Out is recording. And then Burner State is like playing, like they're like it's more in the now.
Yeah.
And so it's like they all occupy a different space of my attention, which is cool, but also it's just like I'm like there's been times where I'm just like, dude, I've there's like what are we doing tonight? Like, oh, it's nice, easy, okay.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know what I do for it. I don't know. It's funny. The things that are a big part of like what can be draining for me is also what helps me. It's just singing. Singing helps. Getting in my. It's funny, man. Car therapy for me is real. Like getting in my car is therapeutic for me because I get to like either listen to like a show or like a podcast or something. And I get to zone out. What?
I think I just had a thought pop into my head about you and your car.
What about me in my car?
I've never seen someone take so long
To get going?
to get going.
Dude, have you seen how I eat? How I prepare? It's the same thing, dude.
And like it's been a conscious thought for me. I'm always like, what's he doing in there? And I know like to me, I'm like, all right, cool. Jump in the car. Like, let's go. We're going to roll. And then I'll pick my song like on the drive. Mike Perez gets in his car, puts his seatbelt on, starts the car, spends 15 minutes to try and figure out what his title track is going to be. Yeah, for the song. And then once he picks his song, then he turns on his little Jesus Bluetooth. And then he puts his phone on the cradle thing, which doesn't always snap right away. Yes. And then he like
check my mirror.
Check mirrors. Like nobody else, like someone else drove the car while he was in Raisin Cane's for 30 minutes.
I adjust the seat a little bit.
And then he's like, all right. Drive. And the whole time I'm in another car next to him like this.
Slightly exaggerated.
So if you guys ever wonder why I drive everywhere we go, it's because my girlfriend takes forever.
Yeah. I want to, because when I'm driving, I want to just focus on driving. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, car therapy is real for you.
Car therapy is real for me. That's a big helper. And then or also like another thing too, it's like depending on what it is, it's like if there's been something that's been like draining me or stressful, I feel like either talking with you has been helpful with that, whether on here or outside of this. With Jordan too, like we've come into like a really good place of like, you know, if I'm feeling overwhelmed or feel like I'm getting checked out, like she's pretty good about like trying to get me to like speak up, like, hey, what's going on? Like, what are you doing? Or like, if you don't want this, like, what are you doing? Like, what do you want to do instead? And so I feel like, I just, if I can talk about it, depending on what the situation is, I'll do that. And then if not, if I can't, then I just try to make sure that I try to prioritize my time. I try to figure out what my time is. And so, with that for me, it's like trying to sleep, you know, or trying to make sure that like, you know, lately the gym has been really helpful for me. So I feel like that's been a good thing for me, being active, just making sure that I make time for that. So I think that's mine. So now for you, Mike, he says, what does Mike A? He said, what does it take for you to do a guest vocal on someone's song?
Ooh.
price has to be right.
Pretty much, somebody just needs to ask because nobody asked me to be on their songs. No. For the most part, this will sound like a very asshole thing to say, and I don't mean it that way. One, just ask me. I mean, I'm always down, but I have to like vibe with the song.
Yeah.
Right. Like to me, it just like it's not saying that your song's not good, or it's not saying that like, I don't like your music or anything like that. But I just feel like I'm not gonna do a guest vocal on your song if I don't feel like I can, I guess, elevate it, or like I don't want you to be like, oh, we got a feature from Mike on this, but it just like I'm not gonna half-ass it, right? So to me, like, one, I have to vibe with the song. Two, like for the most part, I'd prefer to write my parts for stuff. So like sometimes people will come and it's like already written. And if I fuck with it, I might just like tweak some things a little bit. But especially like when it was on like the hip hop side of things, like on that side, it was just really about like, oh, okay, cool. Let's hang and let's like figure this out and see like what the best fit is for this. Cause I always preferred to be in the studio while we're all recording rather than like, oh, we're going to send you this with a blank space. Because then you can't like kind of get off on the energy with everybody else.
That sounds awesome, but so like weird and terrifying. I never had to like, oh, let's all write together.
And so like I remember like especially back in the day, like with me and McCall, and, some other of the dudes, it would be like we'd be writing, and it was in a sense where like you'd rap verses to each other, and then because we were all friends, it would be like, oh, that's sick, but why don't you say this instead of this, or like, whatever, and we would kind of help piece the verses together to where they were strong.
That's cool.
And I think there were no
so
like,
cool.
Like for some people, like there's ego involved where it's like, nah, I can write my own shit. And you're like, all right, dude, write your own shit. But then when you're with like your boys and it's not like, hey, I'm telling you this because I think I'm better than you, then it's fun.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, especially like the double entendres and like the like wordplay and stuff like that, like you're feeding off of each other and like, oh shit, you said this, well I'm gonna say this, and you said this, okay, well I'm gonna come back with this, right?
Dang.
So but yeah, for me, regardless, like whether it's like heavy parts and like, I like being in a position where I can, what is going on? Like being in a position where I can like contribute, rather than just like, we want your voice on this.
Right.
So that's the main thing for me.
I'd like to sing, not scream.
If anybody wants Perez on a guest vocal, don't make it a heavy part.
No. I don't even like doing the heavy parts for my own band.
I know.
Ty asks, status on finding an all-ages venue in Riverside.
The search continues. I feel like we've had a couple venues in Riverside pop up and then just as quickly disappear.
Yeah.
And that's, I honestly just believe, and now mind you, I'm not one of the people booking shows, but I really just believe that that's because we're booking shows in places that don't understand the hardcore scene.
Yeah.
So, like when you have people upset that, and I know we always bring this up, like trash cans are being thrown, or people are, like moshing or shit like that. Like, all of that comes with the territory. But the problem is that we're playing in places just because that's what's available, which is great. Like, I'd rather have shows than no shows.
Right.
But we're playing in places that don't understand that comes with the territory. So when it happens, it's like it fucks up the spot for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and rent is expensive, and you would think that with people going remote with their workspaces and all these buildings opening up and all these vacancies, that things would get cheaper, and they're not.
That's crazy.
They're just getting even more and more expensive. So
Selfish. Yeah. All right. Our boy Jolka, he says, I don't know if I understand this. He says, when is Bolina going to be a guest on the show from Inflatable Drags.
Oh,
That's Blowina.
Blowing. Oh.
She had a weekend and she's just feeling real deflated.
She's very deflated.
But maybe if you guys are lucky, there'll be a video of Mike dancing with her here.
It's practicing for my first dance at my wedding.
Yeah.
It'll probably look very similar. Same little steps. That's it. That's it for questions.
I got a couple. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold it now. Hold it now. I got two from the homie, the Zen Daddy himself, Frank Bach from Monk. First one, how do you guys keep motivated to do what you do? Michael?
How I keep motivated to do what I do, as in like the podcast or just in anything?
Podcast and I guess in general.
How do I keep motivated? I think you have to have purpose in what you're doing, or find purpose in what you're doing. Otherwise, like, and it doesn't have to be some big profound thing, but like for me, like I'll just for the podcast, like how do I find, how am I able to keep doing this, like to drive out here on a Monday? Like for me, I feel like this is providing something. I feel like, if anything, I hope at the least it's like an escape for someone, and for someone to hear like two dudes who are struggling all the time and
always
and still show up and still are trying to like have fun in life.
Yeah.
And then also, like I feel like it's something positive. I think for me, this is helpful for me. Like I need this. Like this is good for me. This has been a good outlet for me. Yeah, I think for anything, like for music, like, all my bands give me something different that I pull from. And so I think you got to just find something like, and anything you do, it has to, it should have a purpose or otherwise don't do it.
Yeah.
Like if you can't get something from it, then probably don't do it, or find something else that you would get you to want to, to do it, to show up when you don't feel like showing up, or you feel, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say. Just, yeah, find something that gives you meaning. Is that what the question was?
It was, how do you keep motivated to do what you do?
Keep motivated. Yeah, and also I like to be good at things.
Yeah.
So like, that's another weird thing for this podcast. It's like brand new.
Yeah.
And like, for the things that I do well, I played baseball my whole life, so I understood that pretty well. I've done music pretty much now my whole life, and I feel like for the podcast, it's such a new thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I want to do this well. So there's that as well. Like I want to grow. So
Yeah, I think there's with the podcast there's something to say about like we're almost to 125 episodes, and I really feel like the podcast is just really like getting its stride. You know what I mean? Like we've and when it comes to like the question, like how do you keep motivated to do what you do? For me, on my end, it's probably more along the lines of spite and stubbornness. Like I just don't want to fucking give up.
Yeah.
It's like we've just not only have we put in so much time into it, but like also like I'm too stubborn to just be like, okay, well that was cool.
yeah.
Right. And then just like, the amount of money that we've put into this, the amount of hours we've spent, the amount of everything, like it's just like, oh, well, we can't give up.
Yeah.
We literally can't give up. Like if you were like, hey man, I'm living in LA, like it's too far, I'll be like, all right, well I'm gonna do this by myself, because we gotta do something.
It needs to be.
You gonna fucking call in or what? So but yeah, like as on the podcast end, it's just like, it really just feels like the show is just now starting to like figure out its own identity, right? And so it doesn't make sense to just like to give up.
And I feel like when you can see like, it doesn't have to be like massive thing. Like we haven't had like, oh man, our growth has been like really gradual.
Yeah.
And it's been really cool to have like, like, we got freaking like we got shouted out at a show.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool to have like people that are like supportive of it, and then to have that grow, and then from the different guests we've had, from them promoting on their end and having their friends enjoy what we do and stuff like it's, I don't know, it's just cool. It's like a band.
Yeah.
It's one we can.
Yeah.
We're starting to play cool shows.
Maybe we'll do a show soon. How about that?
Yeah.
Maybe for like
Live show.
150. We do something live. Actually, that's really fast. Maybe for 200.
Yeah. I'm like, that's like for summer.
Frank also asked this question, and it's such a good question, and I don't know how to answer it. It's the most unexpected guest that we've had.
The most unexpected guest.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I mean, I feel like we have a couple. You would say Steve. He's a freaking.
Yeah.
He's a race car driver
from Australia.
from Australia. But in a way, like his episode worked so well
Yeah.
because like you guys both get cars, but then also he was like he's been on a mental health journey, which was really cool. I wasn't expecting that. That was like a surprise to me because I've known him a long time because of the coffee shop and stuff, but
Yeah.
I didn't know like that side of him, which is really cool.
I think Jason from To Die For
Yeah,
was kind of like the second that we like booked it, I was like, holy shit. Fucking like this is a brand that I've loved for so long, and the guys behind it, and that was cool.
Yeah,
And-
we can't announce it yet, but we have a guest that reached out to us. Dude, I
audibly gasped,
same.
and when I responded to the message, I screenshot it and I said it's a Mike.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Dude, I'm glad you responded. My probably would have been like so stupid.
dude, and honestly, I know Frank asked the question, but Frank was kind of unexpected for me too, because
Yeah.
we just kind of reached out on a whim, and then I wasn't expecting, Frank, if you're listening, to vibe with you as well as we did.
Yeah.
Like even Jason came in the following week and was like, "Oh man, it's like old friends talking." I was like, "We just
met that day."
like that
Yeah.
day, and it was rad, you know." So
I love Frank, for anyone, just so you know, but what I love telling people about the episode of Frank is like, his band's called Monk.
Yeah.
Very zen stuff, and we had a lot of good conversations with that. But then I love how we were able to like take it to like hockey and hockey fights and stuff. But I love that. I love how diverse people are.
But those are my favorite episodes when it's like, because I you and I kind of talked about this, and what Feels on Wheels is going to be kind of our plans. But I think that the main focus for this podcast, what we've found for the podcast and the things that we're going to do move forward is like, yeah, we're in this music scene, we're in the hardcore scene, we're in the punk rock scene, we're talking to artists, musicians, whatever. But the thing that we want to do differently, that we don't necessarily see from other punk rock media, is we want to focus on the person rather than the brand.
Yeah.
Right. So like, yeah, it's cool. You play in this punk rock band, and that's probably the starting point where we'll click, because like that's the common thread that brings us together.
Right.
But I want to know more about like what you enjoy outside of music,
right,
and like what kind of fucking shit like gets you excited, things like that. So feels on wheels. That is going to be something where we focus on the person and not the brand.
Yeah.
I think it'd be sick. Yeah. And to be fair, like when it comes to unexpected guests, I just throw feelers out to anybody and everybody I can. Like, hey, would you be interested in this? Like straight up, like I don't give a shit like how big your band is. I don't give a shit about like any of that. Like,
Yeah.
Yo, do you want to hang out with us? Let's fucking hang out. Like that's really all it was. So,
And it's funny. I feel like there was a time, and I appreciate this, where we're like, we had just like homies that came on, just friends, which is fun too. Those episodes are also hard because when you know someone really well, you have, like tiptoe of like, wait, can I say that on here? No,
it gets to that territory where we're all people, we're all humans. We've done some things.
Yeah.
We've known each other for a long time, and with that long time. And especially when you're in situations where like you've been road warriors together or you've spent a good amount of time in a small space over and over and over again, you tend to learn things about these people and experience things with these people that most normal friendships wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's like, what can we say that won't get everybody in trouble?
Right. Right. And depending on what, like, dude, even just like,
Inside jokes.
Like, well, having, I was on a text last week. It was just with Chris Williams and Ryan Sievers, and just in that little short moment, like there were some funny things that were being said. I was like, oh, okay, like let's not say it at the wedding, please. Let's get it, yeah. Let's get it all out right now. Let's get it out right now. We don't have to say that,
dude. I'm so bummed that Chris isn't coming.
I know.
So bummed Chris isn't coming. I get it.
Yeah, for sure.
I understand, but I'm sad.
Yeah.
I had this couch all reserved for him.
But I mean, at least for Jordan and I, we're gonna get to see him hopefully this summer, because we're gonna go out there to celebrate with like her family stuff. 'Cause she had a lot of family that couldn't make it, and so and he said that they're like basically the same distance from like Vegas.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, from where they're at, like, they're not super close to where I used to live, but they're same general vicinity, and Florida's a few hours.
Yeah. So we'll see you soon, Chris. And then it was also rad. Got to bring in Harry.
Mm-hmm.
Harry's been
Intern Harry.
He's been really big for me, man. I don't really talk about him or what he's done for me. We'll just say spiritually, but he's been a big help in that area. So it was a roller coaster of a day when Chris gave us that news. Chris, anyone who doesn't follow the podcast, Chris, our boy Chris Williams was one of my groomsmen, and then but he's not gonna be able to join us, and so got to call up my buddy intern Harry, who we talked about on the show. So he's coming up. But
calling him up from the minor leagues, dude.
So the big leagues. That's funny. I guess he is the youngest, but like next to, I guess, probably closest to you.
How's Harry?
Oh, Harry is, is he 25, 24?
It's not that close to me.
Oh, I'm saying like the closest is to you.
Yeah.
Because pretty much. I mean, obviously my brother's older, but like everyone else is 40.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be 37 this year. Right?
Dude, that's not a joke. That's
I've been having to do math all the time. I'm like, am I 30, 36?
Well, because after 35, you kind of get into like, oh, I don't give a fuck. Who cares?
Yeah. Somebody will tell me when I'm turning 40.
No, that's when you come back and you know. Trust me. When you're 39, you know it. That one, that's like, okay. But 36, 37, 38 was hard.
Yeah.
On any given day, I'd be like, I'm 37.
Dude, up until like a month ago when we had this conversation, I thought I was turning 36 this year. And then I was like, oh no. No, I'm turning 37. Lost.
Dang.
Lost in the sauce.
The lies you tell.
Yeah.
Dang. I remember turning 17 years old.
Yeah.
Felt like.
And being like, fuck, I'm almost to 18. Almost to 18.
Also today, actually, I'm going to text Ryan Sievers. I feel like Ryan Sievers has No Bragging Rights, his first show on VHS.
Dude, tell him to bring that and we'll digitize it.
I know. I'm
We
like
have a VCR in the fields
dude.
on wheels.
we do. So part of me, I feel like I could watch it and I can like smile because it's like, like 15.
Yeah.
15 years old. Dude, what nuts did I like? How crazy to like go up there in front of people, still not really knowing my instrument, not really knowing what I'm seeing, like words that I wrote as a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got to see it.
Pardon me. Oh man. Like I do want to see it, but I just
Damn, we could release it on the Walking Blind Patreon page. We don't even have a Patreon. We'll create one.
I'll create one for that. Dude, we played like something. This is probably wrong, but I feel like we played like 16 songs in like 20 minutes or something crazy.
That sounds fair.
Just like rapping together.
No talking.
No talking, because what do we have to say?
Yeah. 15. Don't have shit to say. Thanks, guys. The song's called Waking Angel.
Before that, dude. At that point, I wasn't even on guitar anymore, really. Working Angel. Oof. What a time. Well, I guess I was like, I feel like we kind of did.
We kind of did it.
Yeah, we'll just... we'll do... Mental health check is where we like to check in weekly, see where we're at mentally. That way, if things are going well, what's going on in our lives that's keeping us in a good place, or what kind of coping mechanisms are we possibly doing that's helping us. And if we're not, then what's going on in our lives that's keeping us in a funk. So, Michael, where are you at?
Things are good. This week I have some things lined up that I don't want to mention just yet because I don't want to jinx anything, but hope for the best. And that's about it. I'm just chilling. I'm just getting ready for another busy weekend. You're getting married, Mosh for Youth, get a day off, Torture Culture in San Diego.
Dang. These guys fucking play with Cro-Mags when I'm literally on a boat.
Yeah.
Can't do anything about it.
Yep. I'm more than anything, I'm excited to play Brick by Brick. I've never played there.
So that's San Diego, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I believe that's the venue that's owned by like Nick and maybe Jordan as I die.
Oh, then I played there.
Have you?
I think so.
Yeah. So, yeah, I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. Who knows? But either way, like that venue looks cool. It looks rad. So I just hope that like either way, I always have this mentality. No matter how many people are there, you're gonna get the same show from us.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's a Monday night and we're opening, I have no clue how that show is gonna go. So, you go in there and rip it.
Grip it and rip it.
Yeah. How you doing?
Mentally, I'm doing well, all things considered. I have started to feel a little bit of the heat, a little bit, just little things like we figured out our sound and everything, which is nice.
You did?
Yeah. And then just other little things kind of like fell into place. That was nice. And yeah, I feel like mentally I'm pretty good. I haven't been able to go to the gym like I wanted to. Like today I didn't go. Don't know that I'll go tomorrow. Or Wednesday.
or the day after that.
But believe I'll be doing some laps tonight around my kitchen.
Barefoot
Laps, dude. I feel like I'm doing well. Did I get to sing this weekend? I got to scream.
You got to scream.
I got to scream. That was always fun.
I like to say fuck.
That's how I feel when you make it such a big deal that I swear in that song.
That's why I do it. That's the only reason why I do it. It's because it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Never mind that if you've ever been to an NBR show,
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad to the point where like I remember my parents came to it was for the Every Time I Die tour. They came out at Glass House, and I remember just telling them like, "Look,
I'm sorry.
I'm apologizing now. Just when I'm on stage, I can't restrict myself. I have to just talk, and that's what comes out. I'm sorry."
It's funny. When I was prepping the single to be released, and we're uploading it, TuneCore, all this stuff. It's that point. Does this contain explicit lyrics? Sure doesn't.
Dang. Dang, I was gonna get my first explicit, and you took that from me. I'm just kidding. I don't like swearing.
But it feels natural.
I just don't think about it. Yeah.
It feels natural.
I don't like that I do it. If I can avoid it, I feel like I try to.
Yeah.
But if I'm on stage,
It's different.
it's different.
It's different. People react to that feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's add some jams to the playlist,
Oh,
and then let's
shit.
go get some food.
Should I get super corny and put our first dance on here?
If that's what you want. I guess I should announce now we're taking next week off. Because, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Mike's getting married, and he's gonna be on his honeymoon.
I was really hoping you guys would have a really unhinged episode.
We have a show in San Diego. If you want to run on a Tuesday or something like that, or I can find somebody to come in here and get unhinged with me. We'll see. You might get an episode next week. I don't know yet.
It's not out by next week. This one.
Yeah. So what were you gonna add, Mike?
Well, I feel like I'm putting some pretty good bangers on there. I feel like the last one that have all been like from Rad.
Yeah.
Send Me an Angel, Break the Ice, Thunder in Your Heart. Man, I don't know. Do you have something?
So, I am going to. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and keep the positive mentalities rolling, and I'm gonna get a throwback song on here and add on Mac Miller's "Best Day Ever."
Should I do? It's not even their song. No Effects. I'm a Rat.
The new one?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
From Half Album.
they released it.
Apparently it's a High Standard song,
High Standard.
which I heard. Also, High Standard. If you haven't listened to Japanese punk rock, they actually sing in English, so it's kind of weird. But they're a 3-piece, and for a 3-piece, it's crazy. It's crazy what they do. They rip.
Yeah.
Awesome harmonies, like I don't know, crazy musicians.
Sick. Well, this is it, Mike.
This is not it.
This is it. This is our last hurrah with you as a single man.
That's not true.
No, that's literally true.
Oh wait, I guess you're right. Dude, I just had almost a crazy meltdown moment. So it's a search, right?
Uh-huh.
So at one point, I've had like issues with my Spotify.
Okay.
And so I finally got it resolved. But also at one point in my life, my ex had access to it. Her name was Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And so just as I was like closing out the app, I thought it was like Sarah. Like I was like, oh, you like. I thought maybe that was why, but no, it's me. It still falls on me for being. Yeah. I like to think she has her own Spotify now.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Isn't she getting married?
Yeah, she's engaged too.
Yeah. You guys moving on.
Yeah. Every girl I've dated is married or engaged.
Oh, you're good luck, Chuck.
Good luck, Chuck, dude. Fuck.
Sick. Well, on that note,
What?
it's at Easy Out Punks everywhere. Make sure you check it out. I think we're gonna do something cool with Easy Out. And if you guys listen to the podcast, and if you've made it this far into this episode, because we know when it's just us, you guys tend to tune out.
Yeah.
The plays aren't as high.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But before the video drops officially, I think we're gonna drop it on an episode for the people that do listen to Walking Blind and make it this far out. Not on this week's episode.
No.
But maybe the next episode you guys see.
We should make it a point where we say something really like nothing no one else knows.
Oh. Like that NBR reunion tour coming up.
Oh, we already announced that.
The one that has like all the OG members of NBR trying to play the new music.
Dude. If our schedule wasn't so freaking crazy this week, it'd be rad to get Jose and Ryan on here.
Yeah. Yeah. We can just say fuck the rehearsal dinner. We don't need to rehearse anything, right?
Yeah, we know.
We're just walking in a line.
Yeah, it's easy. The rehearsal dinner.
Well, on that note, at Walking Blind Pod everywhere, walkingblindpod@gmail.com.
If you like what we do, please follow, like, and subscribe. Tell your friends. Lie to them. Tell them, like, whatever they're into. Be like, yeah, they talk about that. Cars, you love cars? They talk about cars all the time.
This show's so much sicker than you would ever expect. Great. Yeah. Love you guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Knowing I